Hey, welcome back to TOUCHSTARVED. I did still get copy claimed um in the last one. So we are turning the music all the way down. Even though I don't even think you can hear it. We are also turning down the effects. Cause I think it's effects. We'll turn down voice too. I was just, for some reason, most of last video, I'm pretty sure, I was just underneath the sound. So we'll turn this down too. I'll try talking louder, or closer to the mic, because that was crazy stupid. And I think this is all, we'll leave this all the same. Alrighty, let's get back into it. What happened the last time? We have now officially met all of the love interests, I believe. Also died. Met a soulless, the same soulless that took out our caravan in the very beginning, and was saved by a mysterious person who seems to like studying the soulless. We also met, wait, that was episode, yeah, I forget it was extra long. Lysander, this guy here also, which I think this one's Lysander. This is some monster human guy. We also met a fox monster human guy. And am I missing one? There's 5 of them, I think. So if we count these 3 and the good doctor, that's 4. I might be forgetting one. But anyway, we are on our way back to the Wetwick. And we escorted by the person whose name I have forgotten, that saved us from the Solus, and also met up accidentally with the doctor. Also kind of allergies, so I might be like sneezing, but I hope not. Okay. As soon as the doors open, a wave of sticky heat rolls over me. In the hour since I left, the wick has grown suffocatingly crowded. Kura stands a head taller than most. Even so, I nearly lose sight of him amid the sea of swarming bodies. Pardon me. As if on cue, the crowd parts. Kodas glances over his shoulder at Min, this is the person that saved us, and me before gliding through. How can anyone bathe in here? Breathe in here, my bad, those are different things. Min follows at a clipped pace. Behind the bar, Leander holds a pair of shot glasses brimming with luminous green liquid. And now for the finishing touch. A flash of magic paints the glasses white with frost. You'll never guess what's in these. He slides the glasses across the counter, and I get my 3rd and 4th shocks of the evening in rapid succession. This guy, Ace, leans against the bar, an elbow propped up on the counter. Oh, so they all know each other then. He catches the glasses and lifts one to the light before turning it upside down. The contents magically congealed, stay firmly in place. You're supposed to make drinks, pretty boy. Don't tell me you're wasted already. Everybody knows everybody. I mean, I guess everybody would kind of know everybody, right? Beer perched on the counter beside Ace, looks at the shot glass and shakes his head. What have we here? A bucket full of boogers? Leander's nose treasure? You've eaten worse. Beer's lips twitch and his ears flatten when offered a glass. Ice snickers. Ice. Whoops. I was calling him Ice initially, and I think it's Ace, though. Maybe it's Ice. I don't know. Coward. Don't tell me you're actually. In one fluid motion, Ace throws his head back and downs the shot. Drinking that. A dark look crosses Ace's face. It's chewy. Chewy? Wait, let me try again. Behind me, Min grumbles. I told you this place was a nest of degenerates. If it isn't Kuras and Min. At the sound of Leander's voice, Min's pale eyes grow wide. They look ready to bolt until Kuras sets a hand on their shoulder. My nose literally wasn't running this entire time and now it decides to start running. This will not take long. I promise. Min's eyes dart from Kuras' hand to his face and soften. Fine. You first. While they step forward, I linger behind, struck by a sudden revelation. All of the people I've met recently know each other. Good evening, Leander. Ice. Another drinking competition, I presume. Is it evening already? Just some friendly rivalry, Doctor. No need to be alarmed. Kuras acknowledges Leander and Ice with a slight nod, ignoring Veer entirely. Not that Veer seems to mind. He tilts his head, lips curving into an impish smile when he spots Min, brooding behind Kuras. I almost didn't see you there, Min. Looking for your booster seat? Min pushes their hood back and levels Veer with a cold look. I thought pets weren't allowed in here. Veer's eyes narrow. At the first sign of an impeding fight, Leander vaults over the counter. Let's try and keep the peace. It's not every day the esteemed doctor takes us up on a drink. His arm snakes around Kuras' shoulder. You are finally taking me up on that drink, right, Kuras? I'm afraid not. We are merely escorting Cass back to her lodgings. Kuras gestures in my direction, and my stomach sinks. I reluctantly step into the light. Leander's face brightens as soon as he sees me. Cass! It's been too long. Everyone, this is Cass. She's new to Iridia. Yeah, like I haven't literally met everyone already. I've literally been here, what, 2 days? Maybe? Maybe a day and a half? Met everybody here already. I feel 4 pairs of eyes fixed on me, and suddenly the bar seems suffocatingly small. My voice nearly catches in my throat. When I say we've already met or hi again, I probably would say hi again. Hi again. Hi everyone. Again. Again. You've met? Literally everybody, yeah. Ah, he's so fine. These two are like my faves. Not this one. Ace and Veer regard me with subtlety amused. With subtly amused expressions. Okay. I don't know if I would have used this adverb, but okay. Is this an adverb? I don't know. I think so. We did. Not that long ago, either. To think we'd cross paths again. It must be fate. Yeah, you knew I was staying here. What do you mean? I roll my eyes. Bear looks far too pleased with himself. This calls for drinks. I'm buying. All eyes turn to Leander, freeing me from the burden of attention. I still can't believe they all know each other. Watching them talk amongst should be that themselves is surreal. but for the first time since I undertook the journey to Iridia, I feel a faint glimmer of hope. I think, no, I know I was meant to meet them. The low, pleasant rumble of Leander's laughter pulls me from my restless thoughts. I've got to admit, I'm surprised. You make friends fast, Cass. I wouldn't go that far. We're more like acquaintances. A wise man once said that acquaintances are merely friends you haven't shared a drink with yet. A wise man? You said that. Here. Last week. Ben's lips curl with distaste, but Leander continues, unperturbed. Let's toast to Cass's health. Care to join in, Doctor? Kodas politely declines with a wave of his hand. How about you, Min? No. Are you... No. A resounding pop pierces the din of the bar. I wonder what that means, the din. We all turn to find the bartender pouring champagne from an old bottle, its label worn blank. He hands the drink to Ver. When did you start serving champagne here? When did they start serving champagne here? Ver pauses to lick the foam from his fingers with a coy smile. You don't mind, do you? In a blink, the concern on Leander's face vanishes. No. Be my guest. While chuckling, Leander shoots the bartender a questioning look. Completely disinterested in his company, Ace cants his head at me with a light smile. How about you, Sparrow? I did say I'd buy you a drink. No. My treat. Ace regards Leander over the rim of his glass. In the dim light, the glint in his eyes looks downright dangerous. What'll it be, Cass? I nearly died. I feel like I want to try a drink. I nearly died. I literally maybe 15 minutes ago almost died. I'ma take the drink. I'll take you up on that drink. As long as it's not one of those green shots. Don't knock them till you've tried them. They taste better than they look. Somehow I doubt that. But I hold my tongue. Min and Kodas drift towards one end of the bar. Both seem eager to leave at a moment's notice, and neither has ordered anything. Ace and Veer linger. Several glasses stand empty between them, and the two show no signs of slowing down. I was already hanging out with Min and Kodas. I think I'm gonna stay with Ace and Bear. Ace's eyes meet mine in a flash of red. He gives me a smile that's too wide to be reassuring. Don't worry. Leander's more likely to slip poison in my drink than yours. Excuse me? He considers his cup, a tumbler of amber-colored whiskey. Leander's tried to kill me dozens of times. It's always a gamble. Why? Bear looks my way with a half-lidded gaze softened by his third glass of champagne. If I were you, I wouldn't let Leander put anything in my mouth. Oh, he's so funny. He grins, revealing the sharp white tips of his fangs. The Wet Wick is one of Iridia's finest drinking establishments. Allow us to treat you to the best this city has to offer. May I interest you in a signature watered-down drink, or perhaps some stale nut leather? I don't understand the leather part. He gestures at a chipped ceramic bowl filled with spindly, speckled jerky. Oh, I get it. That I can only assume is nut leather. What is with the food in this city? If this place is as foul as you say, how come it's completely packed? It's not all bad. Depending on the day, the food's edible. Ace takes a measured sip of his drink. Gotta stick around for the real attractions, though. Before I can respond, Leander returns with a tumbler and sets it in front of me. A strip of orange peel bobs in a pool of thin red alcohol. I eye the drink suspiciously. So far, none of the refreshments have been promising. Relax. It's just a local specialty. Pomegranate wine. Although if you're feeling more adventurous... I shake my head. Leander wraps his knuckles against the bar until the group falls silent. Alright, everyone. Let's toast. May Cass's stay in Iridia be full of bright adventures and discoveries. Cheers! Leander, Ice, and Bear raise their glasses in unison. Min only crosses their arms, and Kuras watches with polite indifference. I tip my drink back. The wine is eye-wateringly strong. Despite a sharp, bitter edge, it goes down smoothly. One sip softens the edges of my vision. The next fades the din of the crowded bar into a low, persistent murmur. I find myself unwinding for what feels like the first time in years. Aren't you the popular one, Cass? You must have met Kuras first. It would be more accurate to say that I found her. He saved my life. I merely performed my duty as a doctor. Although I'll admit I was confused when I woke up naked. The way it goes quiet! Leander makes a choked noise. Somewhere behind him, Min sighs. Oh, why everybody in shock? It's not what you think. Cass was in grave condition. I could hardly treat such injuries through tattered clothes. Oh, what'd I do? Whoops. The silence that follows stretches uncomfortably long. I look away, unable to face Kuras's disappointment, and catch Veer's snickering behind his hand. Why is Kuras disappointed? I mean, I was telling you the truth. That's my cue to change the topic. Kuras isn't the only one who saved me today. Don't you listen. I didn't save you. You were simply there. That's Min for you. Leander reaches for Min, but they duck under his arm with practiced ease. As reliable as they are moody. You're one to talk considering you neglected to warn her to stay off the streets at night. What? Of course I warned her, I think. Min's only response is a short breath. At any rate, I never got a chance to thank you, Min. Don't. The less Solus alive, the better. Min's eyes flicker towards Ace, and their lips twist. Right, because he has a group of Solus, right? Is that why? Ace is too busy nodding along with Veer's enthusiastic pantomime of stabbing to notice. Okay, to notice. I've had enough of this hellhole. Let's go. Min and Kuras share a brief look. Then the doctor speaks up. Very well, but there is something that I must discuss with Leander. If you'll excuse us, Cass. And just like that, the three of them depart, leaving me alone to savor my drink in silence. Or so I think, until I hear a voice so soft and low, it's practically a purr. Lost your tour guide? I turn to find two pairs of slit eyes trained on me. It's not lost on me that Ace and Veer chose to pounce the instant the others left. Of course, I'd be stuck with the two most irritating people I've met all day. Monsters or not, there's no telling what I'll do if either of them push me again. Don't tell me Leander already snuck out back to hit. Hold on. Don't tell me Leander already snuck out back to get his knob slobbered. He's got business with Kuras and Min. 2-on-1 business, huh? Lucky. Oh, he's so funny. I can't tell if it's the champagne or the company, but Veer has grown noticeably more relaxed. He sits with his chin propped on the back of his hand. His tail sways lazily. Why are you so far away? Come, join us. He pats the empty bar stool beside. Why am I saying it like that? He pats the empty bar stool beside Ace, but I hesitate. The smile Bear wears is sweet and distinctly sly, and with drinks in the mix, I dread how he and Ace will mess with me next. We don't bite. I'm not so sure about that. He already tried to rob me, and you threatened me. Me? Steal? You must be mistaken. You sure it was me? Yes, it was you. And then you had the gall to kick me out so you could go drinking. Ace gives another one of his shrugs. Had to give you a reason to come looking. Miss me already? I stare at him flatly, unimpressed by his deflection. There suddenly leans toward me. Gossamer sleeves pulling where he rests his elbows on his knees. Ace sets his hand on Bear's waist, narrowly preventing him from tipping off the counter. I'm afraid we got off on the wrong foot. How about we start fresh, Begin with proper introductions and whatnot. I'll start. The name's Veer. I'm a soulless hunter, of no small renown. Veer's hand flutters to his chest, and he bows his head, flinching when the hair falls over his eyes. Ace doesn't say anything, so I suppose it's my turn now. You already know my name, or it's Cass. You literally already know my name. I'm certain you already know my name. Hard not to when Leander shouts it every other second. Veer tips his head back and drains the rest of his champagne. It's a pleasure to formally meet you, Cass. He says my name slowly and deliberately, savoring every syllable. A tingle jumps down my spine. I quickly. What is wrong with me today? Oh my gosh. I quickly turn my gaze away. I think I'm reading too fast. Faster than my mouth. Ace smirks at my reaction. Is something funny? No. Open my mouth and close it just as quickly. They want me to react, goading me into another ridiculous game. While their sharp cat-like eyes keep me on edge, something about this tension is fun. It must be the wine. A flash of white over Ace's shoulder catches my eye. Across the bar, Kuras heads for the door. I don't see Leander or Min, but it feels wrong to let the doctor leave without saying goodbye. I'll be back. Veer grins and waves at me as I leave. I slip through the crowd, careful not to touch anyone, but just as I'm nearing Kuras. Ugh! Gah! What? Gah! Gah! Interesting. I stagger, shoulder tucked by a man with a neck twice as wide as his head. He stares down at me, nostrils flaring. Bro, what did I do to you? Oh, he's literally marked alive. Out of my way, shit stain. Bitch? My words spill out on their own. Watch it. I regret them as soon as they leave my mouth. That fucking wine! The lowlife wheels around, shoving an adder out of the way so he can close in on me. I have at least one person, I think, that will jump in. Or I'm dead. Well, I guess we'll find out. What did you say? I told you to watch it, dog. That's it. You literally, like, told me to get out of your way. Super rude after you hit me. And 2, you called me names. I just told you to watch where you're going. Stupid bitch. Anyways. He shoves me backward, sending me stumbling to the sticky floor. I'm fine, but my heart leaps in my throat when I see him bearing down on me. Bro, we finna fight? You trying to start something here? The lowlife freezes, his fist cocked back. A group of adders circle him, sizing him up. For what feels like an agonizingly long time, the lowlife looks from me to the adders. Finally, he sniffs and spits on the floor next to me. The wad narrowly misses my cheek. Screw it. Too many freaks in this circus tonight. He turns his back on me and comes face to face with Ace. I don't even know if he's gonna do anything, but just that image is hot. He gives a low-life but dangerous smile. You'll do. For what? What happens next is a blur. Ace's fist crashes into the man's jaw, causing a frenzy of gasps, shouts, and even cheers. I scramble to my feet as the frantic crowd swarms around me. Through the ruckus, I hear Leander shouting. Take it outside, Ace! Everyone, drinks are on me! With that, the wit erupts in hoots and cheers. The ring around me disperses as adders and onlookers rush toward the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch glimpses of familiar faces. Ace vanishes out the back, dragging the lowlife behind him. Are you gonna eat him? What's happening? Kuras lingers near the door, searching. I suspect for any wounded, before he departs. Okay, wait, this is a bit of a strange sentence. Oh no, I see, okay. Min draws their hood up tight as they duck out a side door, while Veer leans over the counter to swipe a glass of wine from behind the bar. And Leander, seated at the opposite end of the bar, gestures dramatically and apologetically at the bartender. In a heartbeat, I realize that there's no telling when or if I'll see any of them ever again. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak with tonight. I follow... Who? No, I don't want to choose! Who do I follow? Oh my gosh. I mean, okay. My business with Kodas has already been dealt with. I don't really care about men. I'm assuming this is like the moment, you know? You know what? I'm gonna save this. So I can come back and just do all of them before I try the other routes. But who are we gonna follow right now? Not Veer. So it's really between Ace and and Leander. Which I'm gonna see Leander again. But when am I gonna see Ace again? But Ace is literally about to do whatever he's about to do. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna choose Leander. Cause I feel bad that I caused this scene in his bar. Question mark. But Ace did just punch that guy out. Okay. Realistically, I would not go follow Ace. Okay? I would probably follow Leander. But I'm gonna follow Ace because, I mean, you just punched this guy out for no reason, and I am curious about why you did that, even though we're gonna click on all of them just to see. But let's try this route. Am I gonna see him turn into a monster? I don't know. What's happening? What's up? What's up here? Let's find out. Morbid curiosity draws me after Ace. Excuse me. I slink out the back of the wet wick. The alley's dead silent. Not really what I expected from a fight. Oh! Ooh, what did you do? Okay, a dull crunch reaches my ears, then a thud. I peer around the corner of the building, careful to keep hidden. Dark, glistening red coats the ground, spidering down shallow ridges in the cobblestone. It guides my eye to a collapsed body across from me. Did he just kill him? I mean, low-key valid, because this man just lost it. For no reason. All I said was watch it. He was finna kill me on the low. Once so violent, the lowlife is now little more than a sack of crumbled flesh, blotted with mud. How'd I know, though? Ace exhales, his breath misting against the cold air. Blood flecks his knuckles as he looms over the motionless man. Fear spreads like ice in my bones. Moments ago, he was joking and friendly with the others, but now... Ace's crimson eyes find me in the dark. Not running, Sparrow. I warily rise to my feet, moonlight illuminating my face. I thought I was out of sight. Got eyes in the back of my head. Ace steps off the man. My eyes stay locked on the body. It's wet with layers of blood and grime, and completely still. He's alive. He is? Are you sure? Calling me a killer? Or a liar? Oh, I have to choose? Which is worse? What would I call him? A liar, I guess. I mean, I don't know if I could call him a killer. I just heard a crunch. I didn't see him kill anybody. A liar? What do you think is worse? We're gonna go with liar. Liar. Which I guess would make you a killer, too. In that case, he's dead. I squint, and Ace smirks back. Don't believe me? To be honest, it's hard to believe anything coming out of your mouth. I'm a liar, after all. Ace tries to rub his reddened knuckles clean, but ends up smearing the blood around more. I keep making bad impressions on you. I didn't know you cared about my opinion. Just prefer you didn't piss yourself when we talk. Annoyance bubbles in my chest. Well, I'm not pissing myself, even with your bad impressions. Like the first time we met, Ace chips away at my fear, replacing it with irritation instead. He kneels beside the lowlife and frisks him. I can't help but wonder if the crime was worth the punishment, but I hold my tongue. Deftly, Ace's hands search through the man's pockets. It doesn't take him long to find a prize, a cigarette and matchbox. To find his prize, a cigarette and matchbox. He strikes a match, and sparks illuminate his angular features with a golden glow. It's distracting for a moment, but my gaze inevitably drops back to the muddy body. You're just gonna leave him there? Ace draws deep from the cigarette. He exhales heavily, smoke curling past his lips. I breathe in a sweet, spiced scent. As his tension melts away, he looks at me with cool, lidded eyes. Should I give him a blanket? Unbothered by the maybe corpse, he takes a seat on a crate opposite the bar. I stand awkwardly, forgetting why I came out here in the first place. An unpleasant silence stretches between us. Weather's nice. Cold, murky, and humid, he means. I want to believe he's teasing me, but for all I know, this is pleasant for Iridia. Was Princess good company? Who? He takes another long drag. His metal rings catch the light of the cigarette in a flash of red. The Soulless who escorted you back. You named it Princess? Jealous? Ah! That would get me. I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't like being called Princess, but like, just the, even though I'm the only one that said it, like, I return his smile. You have no idea. I think your nickname's more fitting. Sparrow. Not sure where Ace got it from. Maybe I should tell him to call me by my name, but it's kind of nice. Not that I'd ever tell him that. Before I can dissect my feelings, I quickly change the subject back to the Soulless. I'm gonna say she was cute. I feel like if I just keep insulting, like, I'm not that surprised she didn't kill me because he said that they listened to him and I doubt he wanted me dead, obviously. So I'm gonna say she was cute. She was kind of cute. In a weird way. I glanced absent-mindedly at my hand, remembering how she nuzzled my palm. Ace's eyes softened for a brief moment. Her tail wouldn't stop going when she got back. The group of them don't get much attention. Think she's cute now? Wait till you see her tricks. You taught her tricks? Princess is a smart one. She'll learn anything if you have the right rewards. Sounds about right. The idea of a tamed Soulless is still so outlandish to me. I was attacked by a mindless, bloodthirsty beast, and he's talking about them like they're pets. But it's possible because of the sea spring. I need to get the answers he wouldn't give me before. I carefully take a seat beside him on the crate, contemplating my strategy. Ace doesn't seem to mind. He closes his eyes, tilts his head back against the wall, relaxed. Without the pressure of his intense glare, I feel myself ease up, as long as I keep my attention away from the bloody heap across from us. I glance over at Ace and let my eyes linger. A sea glass-colored tattoo spirals up his arm, painting over grooves of muscle. Silver jewelry glints in the moonlight, drawing my eyes to his bare chest, rough hands, curved jaw. I think these are earrings. I like this tattoo. I wonder what it is. Is it like the, not Leviathan, the Kraken-like tentacles? His ears, his horns, his pupils. Everything about Ace is sharp, even the fangs that only show when he grins. I just noticed he had sharp ears. Ugh, he is so fine. But my attention's drawn back to the tattoo. Something about it feels unnatural, as if the tendrils move when I'm not looking. What's your verdict? I whip my head in the opposite direction. What verdict? Got a long, good look. Are you impressed? Or do I need work? Ah! I don't think I've ever met a character, like a person, a person like him that's like this. But like, I wonder what would happen if I did. Just based on my reactions, like I think I would laugh so much in their face and they'd probably be a little bit confused. I just think everything's funny. My face grows hot. I've seen worse or you're annoying. I think I'd say I've seen worse. I guess I've seen worse. He responds with a low chuckle, draped in smoke. Keep staring then. No! Ooh! I, I was just thinking. Never mind, never mind. My embarrassment spikes. Without thinking, I blurt out a new topic. I have questions about the sea spring. Boredom eclipses his amusement in an instant, and he closes his eyes again. Of course you do. I thought I made myself clear about what you'd be giving up. Yeah, before you kick me out to go drinking. I still need to know more. My turn for a question. It sounds more like an order. I bristle under his narrowed gaze. Fine. He takes a long pull from his cigarette and lets the smoke trail slowly from his nose. Your curse. What about it? This song and dance is all too familiar. The selfish questions come first. What does it do? Is it painful? Can you control it? I brace myself for the inevitable onslaught. Is the thought of living with it really so unbearable? My dread dies with his words. No one has ever asked me that before. You've survived this long. Unless you're running out of time, I'd wonder if that's really worth the sacrifice. He flicks the cigarette aside and props his head on blood-smeared knuckles. But what do I know? I'm just an outsider. My fingers fuss with the trim of my cloak. Ordinarily, I'd be annoyed, but now my chest feels tight. You could have sold me if you were less honest. You're a shit salesman. Thought I was a liar. I changed my mind. We lapse into silence again. This time, it's surprisingly nice. The quiet, chilled air is a balm on my nerves. You know, you didn't seem like an outsider back at the bar. People like you. I'm guessing they're the reason you ditched me earlier. Wasn't personal. I was lonely. The answer is so simple. It disarms me. Hard to blame him for that. Then you owe me. Call it the price of forgiveness. Ace raises a brow at me. If I'm going to last in this city, I need to know who I'm dealing with. I start by asking about... Let's ask about Leander, because he's the only other one I'm interested in. You and Leander clearly get along well. You like Leander? Doesn't everyone? He's helped me a lot since I arrived in Iridia. He even got me a free room at the Wetwick. His charm has gotten him far, but for a leader, he sure likes it when others take charge. Part of me desperately wants to ask what he means, but Ace continues before I get the chance. Surprised we get along? I thought you'd be at each other's throats, not drinking buddies. The smile is easy, but there is a dangerous edge to it. Leander's done a good job, for a human. Naturally, there's a time when his resolve will be tested. Same could be said for anyone, in this plane or the next. As for my resolve, stick around in Iridia long enough and you'll find out. I nod slowly. I can't decide if that's a promise or a threat. Got any more observations, Sparrow? Oh, I literally can't ask about I'm just asking about everybody then. Let's ask about Kudos. I didn't know that you and Kudos were friends. In a way, I help him in the clinic sometimes. Doctor doesn't let most people closer than arm's length. And you do? Heart's on my sleeve. This one that's missing? Get the sense that Kuras was like that in the past. Must have been burned. He trails off, then shrugs. He opens up in his own ways, if relaxed enough. I can't even imagine that. You'd be surprised. Even the doctor has an endearing side. I can't decide what's more intriguing. The fact that Kuras has an endearing side, or that Ace managed to coax it out of him. Tell me if you uncover any of his other secrets. I'd kill to know more. Okay, let's ask about Min then. Maybe Min doesn't necessarily like you, but they definitely pay attention to you. Ace's exasperated reaction takes me off guard. He growls, pinches the bridge of his nose. I make enemies as easily as they breathe, Sphero. Doesn't bother me. But that dove's got it out for me for no reason. Maybe they're unsettled by the sea spring? It's not about that. Goes without saying that they've got some issues. Don't think they understand that you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. My bad. Honey has left a bad taste in my mouth in the past. It could be the same for them. Hold on. Oh, I thought somebody called me. At least you're capable of conversation. Do me a favor and teach that dove some manners. Thought they'd lay off eventually if I didn't bite. Hasn't happened yet. I briefly consider the possibility that Min wants to get bitten, but I'm not about to propose that. Alright, we'll learn about Veer. I was surprised to see that you and Veer are close. Blessing and a curse. From what I've gathered, most people think he's, I don't know, an asshole. And water's wet. I wait for him to elaborate, but he doesn't. So what do you like about him? Ace lets out a quiet laugh. A lot of things. You already named one. You like that he's an asshole? Temperament catches the drapes. Temperament matches the drapes. Okay. Not that I understand what that means. Looks good in blood and better in tears. Looks good in blood and better in tears. I don't understand. Favorite thing's the tail. Sometimes. It frizzes up if you... Oh, wait, I get it. I get it. Never mind. He catches himself. Clears his throat. It's hard not to let the disappointment show in my expression. Veer is one of the most honest people you'll meet. Just don't listen to a single thing he says. Well, that was confusing. Have I cleared my debt yet? You're forgiven. For now. But my point stands. You don't strike me as an outsider. In my experience, outsiders don't have friends. I don't. I level him with a tired look. Fine. I'll confess. I have one friend. Don't say yourself. Akidus? Akidus? Akidos? Akidus? Acutus? Acutus. Probably Acutus. As soon as he says the name, a thick wave of unease runs through me. The same sensation I felt at the sea spring and the outskirts. But as quickly as the sick feeling hits, it dissipates, leaving me eerily numb to the prickling cold. Who's that? A friend. It lives in my head. It lives in your head. Ace taps his temple with a finger. Right here. Scared you off yet? That'd be the third bad impression I've made on you today. I'm stunned for a long moment, processing what he's just told me. Then I burst into a fit of laughter. You're serious? Ace grins wide enough. Ace grins wide enough to flash his fangs. Deadly. It sounds so fucking absurd, especially on top of everything I've gone through in the past 2 days. It feels like I'm living a fever dream. I've come close to death more times than I can count. I've encountered tame soulless and a horrifying group mind. Now I'm supposed to believe that there's someone living inside Ace's head. I mean, I do. There are tears in my eyes by the time I rein myself in. Ace waits patiently, squirked in amusement. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. You just made it sound so normal. The tension that wound my shoulders so tightly has melted away, for the first time in a long time. I don't feel like I'm bracing to break. I feel like I can breathe. Dugas! Yeah. Dugas? Dugas! Where in the rat's ass are you? A shout cracks the spell. Raucus? Is that Ruckus? No, is it? Gruff shouts echo down the streets, followed by the thunder of heavy boots sloshing through the mud. The voices share the lowlife's accent. The same lowlife who still may be dead, lying bloodied across from me. I nearly forgot about him. I jump to my feet as their voices get louder. They're closing in quick. Ace pulls me by the wrist out of the alley, away from the beaming moonlight. We dive into a nook between buildings, veiled in shade of tattered canopies. It's a tight fit. Ace boxes me in against the wall, close enough that the air between us vanishes. For the second time today, the heavy scent of smoke envelops me, now cut with the metallic ting of someone else's blood. Ace pitches his voice low. Quiet. My heart leaps in my throat. I'm suddenly acutely aware of the heat radiating off of Ace, the feeling of his leg grazing my thigh, the closeness of his breath. This is bad. Ah! His eyes freaked me out. I squirm against him and earn a burning crimson glare. Do we really have to... His hand covers my mouth, muffling my whispers. He shakes his head. Don't. Damn. He's over here. Dugas, wake up, you bastard. A group of individuals, all brandishing spiked weapons, fill the alley. They wear violet sashes, some kind of uniform. I wish I could see what they're doing, but Ace's arm blocks my sight. My eyes trail up the teal marking that coils around his arm, his bicep. They lead up to his collarbone, past the cords hanging around his neck, and to the smuggest smirk I've ever seen. Glare at him, stare at his chest. I'd probably glare at him. Because I'd be like, you just know you're fine. We're gonna go with glare at him. I would love nothing more than to chew him out, but his hand is clamped over my mouth. I fix him with the deadliest glare I can muster. Ace responds with a wolfish grin, and I realize I've locked myself into eye contact with him. A thrill jolts through me, my face hot beneath his touch. This can't be happening. Why am I getting so worked up in this situation? The voices in the alley grab Ace's attention this time. Shit. He's got more broken ribs than whole ones. What kind of freak did this? Okay, did I only catch a few seconds of it? I thought he broke his neck, but did he actually, fight him? Or just beat him, I guess? Fano, find the man responsible. You three, take Dukas back... Dukas? Dukas! Back to the base. At least he's still breathing. Hey, what do you know? He's still alive. The alley clears out as footsteps rush away from us. We stay still until they're distant, melting into the rubble of the quarter. Only then does Ace take his hand off my mouth. When we finally step back into the moonlight, the night air is ice on my skin. Dazed, I feel the need to keep my eyes off of Ace at all costs. I mean, we did just have a moment, so that makes sense. Was that really necessary? Staying hidden was the best option. It would be a hassle to run into them with you here. What? Because I'm dead weight? Because 3 bad impressions are enough for one day. Eatsa! Bro, scriptwriters ate this up! The answer is too vague for my liking, but he's probably right. Either way, I don't have the energy to argue. Come on, Sparrow. Let's get you home before you're framed for murder. Very funny. We reached the front of the Wetwick too quickly. I hate to admit it, but I don't want to separate from Ace yet, and not just because he never answered my questions. He's infuriating. As much as he makes me feel on edge, he can also make me feel safe, secure, somehow. You know where to find me. At the creepiest place in the world. Take your time before you decide to drink. I happen to like your shitty attitude. It takes me a moment to process that, when my eyes flutter down to my feet. Then my eyes flutter down to my feet. I'll keep that in mind. When I glance back up from the ground, Ace is already down the street, disappearing into the throng of people. No fanfare, not even a wave. Asshole. What do you mean choose my fate? What do you mean choose my fate? What does this mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean save too? I'm gonna save this, but I don't know. I don't understand what I'm saving. Okay. We're gonna go down the Ace route, I guess. I don't really know what this means though. Or should okay. We're gonna just do them. Okay. Okay. Wait, okay. Ace, the Demon Renegade. An intimidating yet laid-back outsider, Ace presides over a sea spring with unnerving powers. He offers you a miracle, but the price means submitting yourself to the horrifying presence at the heart of the spring. Will you gaze into the abyss for answers, even at the risk of losing yourself? No! Okay, wait, so I can choose options. Okay, well then, we're gonna try Leander then. Leander, the heroic mage. Leander offers you something that should be impossible. A taste of normalcy, free of your curse. Facts! I forgot about that. As the first person to withstand your touch, he could change your life. But some things are simply too good to be true. Leander promises to help, I don't know why I read that as keep, to help unravel your curse. But at what cost? Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me think. Okay, so we're gonna read all these first, right? Probably gonna choose Ace just because I chose him to go to, and then we'll just choose every individual one based on who we chose to go to, question mark. Ver, the chained charlatan. Ver serves as a warning of the dangers posed by the Cenobium. As cunning as he is curious, Ver finds you fascinating, and insists that he can help. But trusting him means entrusting your life to a collared beast with a lethal reputation. Oh, okay, so I'm assuming he says something about him being able to help when you go follow him. Can Ver protect you, or is his honeyed words a trap waiting to snap shut? Kuras. The repentant angel. From all appearances, Kuras is a principal doctor of extraordinary skill, but you know little about the man beneath the professional mask, and Kuras keeps even his friends at a cool distance. If you uncover his deepest secrets, will you like what you find? And then Min, the cursed outsider. Despite their cold nature and familiarity with violence, Min is just as desperate as you to get into the cenobium. You may be able to help each other, but they're keeping as many secrets as you. They claim they're dangerous, but could they be your only chance at getting into the cenobium? Okay, so we're going to choose him, just because we just chose him right now. Thank you for playing for TOUCHSTARVED. Da, 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 da. Okay, so wait, is that the end of it? It is! Okay, so that doesn't do anything. I'm guessing because the game hasn't really started yet. This is apparently the prologue to TOUCHSTARVED, which has not come out yet. So we're going to go back. That doesn't do anything, so we are going to go back to this real quick. And I want to see what happens with Leander, and then we will call it quits for today, and then we'll come back and finish them in the next one. Let me drink some water. Y'all better be drinking some water. I know my CL drinks so much. You know what? Actually, for how much she talks, she does not drink a lot of water. You know what? Sam Larry, if you made it this far, put like a duck emoji in the comments. I feel okay, Sam Larry is the person that has been commenting under like most of my recent, like I think all of my recent uploads. I don't think he watches these videos. I don't think he does. So if you do put a duck emoji in the comments. I feel like he doesn't watch them though. But that could just be me thing. Okay. Yet again, I find myself squeezing through a crowd to reach Leander. As the bartender leaves, Leander's expression falls into a spent sigh. He reaches over the counter to grab a bottle of black rum and skillfully pops it open for a swig. When he spots me, worry overtakes him. Worry? Cass, are you hurt? Leander's in front of me in a flash, eyes searching for injuries. I can't help but let out a small laugh. Don't worry, I've dealt with worse. That's a relief to hear. Sort of. You know what they say, it's not a party without mayhem and violence. Is that what they say? He offers me the rum. I politely decline. Dark rum tastes so nasty. I like light rum. I'd rather not get into more trouble if I can help it. Instead, I plop down on a bar stool, doing my best to ignore its stickiness from who knows what. He sits beside me, resting his arm on the counter's edge behind us. With how close our stools are, I feel encircled by his body. 2 days and you've already met everyone worth knowing. How are you finding Iridia so far? Not what I expected. I don't mind it. It's clearly not what I expected. But also, what did I expect? I'd say I don't mind it. Well, I'm still alive. Iridia's not the safest place, but I'm starting to think that nowhere is safe. I wouldn't know. I was born and raised here, and haven't felt a need to venture elsewhere. To me, this is home. That sounds like a fantasy. I had a home once, or at least I thought it was a home. Yet even after knowing the truth, I can't stop missing it. Whatever that temple was. Regardless, a pang of envy strikes my heart. Maybe once I'm free of my curse, I'll be able to try again. Iridia has its quirks, but you'll get used to it, or it'll eat you alive like a wild Solus. Truth be told, I wouldn't have it any other way. Leander sips his rum and watches the crowd. Everyone seems invigorated by the free drinks on his tab. Have you at least gotten to try some Iridian cuisine? I had these fried dough sticks from a vendor near Kuras's clinic. As soon as I began to describe my meal, Leander nods with recognition. The long lads from Wens? You have to try them with the porridge. There's another stall a few blocks away that specializes in rosewater rice pudding. Rosewater rice pudding. Oh no, wait, that's kind of hard for me to say. I can take you there sometime. That sounds delicious and expensive. Though I know Leander would insist on paying, I despise the thought of relying on handouts. Or I can take you there once I earn some money. I still owe you for the interim. You don't owe me anything, Cass. Giving you a place to sleep isn't generosity. It's human decency. If there's anything I can do to help keep you safe, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Everything he says feels alien to me. The concept of human decency has long felt obsolete in this world, let alone someone actually caring for my safety. I stare at him, expecting those clear emerald eyes for any hint of deception. Is there something on my face? I sigh and lean back. If only. Oh? What were you looking for? Deception, honesty. I'd probably say deception. Oh, what were you looking for? Deception. I wouldn't say deception. I would have said lies. Honestly, I would have said lies. Deception. Condescension. Disdain. Take your pick. I hear his full laugh again, like rich velvet in my ears. You're really something. Though I can't blame you for being paranoid. Well, did you find anything? I'm still looking. I'm always game for a staring contest. He sets the rum back on the counter with a clink. The next thing I know, Leander carefully takes one of my hands in his. The leather is rough, but his warmth seeps through. I can't change whatever happened to you in your past. Believe me, I would try if I could. But you're here now, and I'll do my best to help you. I'm grateful you're even giving me a chance at all. My gaze drops to my hand, wrapped in his larger one. I remember how he felt yesterday. His smooth skin was electric to the touch. If you've seen what I've done, you might feel differently. He lifts my chin with the crook of his finger. With the crook? With the crook? What's the crook? What is the crook of your finger? Wait, I think I understand. I broke the tension, my bad. Forcing our eyes to lock once more. You're not dangerous, Cass. Trust me on that. My heart skips. I feel trapped in the softness of his expression and the lightness of his touch. His eyes are captivating, like cut jewels peeking through long lashes. I don't get to admire them for long. Leander notices some adders watching us. He loudly clears his throat and pulls away. Well, maybe a little dangerous, considering I forget my manners when I'm with you. You sure have a way of capturing my attention. My face flushes. I also clear my throat and rack my brain for a response. Likewise or sorry. I'm not apologizing! We're gonna just say likewise. I feel the same way. That's why I wanted to talk to you again. It's why I wanted to talk to you again. Leander's face softens. He's obviously maybe a hoe. Depends. But the only reason I think that is because of what Bear says. But I'm pretty sure he says a lot of things. I wanted to talk to you too. I've been wondering, is it okay that you're spending time with me? Do you have work to do with the Adderstone or anything? I don't know how his group functions, but he sure likes to spend time at the wetwork. Don't worry. There's plenty of work to do. But not tonight. Some days are slower than others. You came at the right time. Excuse me. I smile, comforted by the idea of having good luck for once in my life. Sorry I crashed your little party. I had no idea you all knew each other. I had no idea you knew all of them. How did you manage to meet everyone so quickly? I honestly don't know. It's been a whirlwind. I'm a little jealous. Part of me wants to keep you all to myself. For your own safety, of course. Everyone might seem nice, but half of them are monsters and the other half have their own faults. You sound like you know them really well. I do. Probably more than some of them realize. Are you curious about anyone? I'm happy to tell you what I know. Okay. I wonder if I'll get I'm assuming I'll get different information, right? Because it's from someone else's perspective. So you're friends with Ace? You could say that. We've known each other for a long time. Define long time. 6 years, give or take. He tells me I'm the first decent human he met after coming from the Shroud. What the heck is the Shroud? Could just be flattery, though. Flattery? From Ace? I feel like we're talking about different people. Really? What did you think of him? He was a jerk. He was mean to me. A little bit. He was only a little bit mean to me, but I'll say he was a jerk. I think he's a jerk. I thought he was going to kill me when I first met him. Scared me half to death for no reason. Leander stiffs laugh, eyes twinkling with fondness. Ace does well in Iridia because he knows how to scare people. But don't let it get to you. He's a monster. You don't think he's a threat? Not in the slightest. I like to think of us as rivals. We keep each other on our toes, you know? Being rivals with a monster sounds like a death wish. Well, you should keep your distance from him. But me? You'd be surprised how much I can handle. Let's ask about Kodas. Kodas seems like a good person, although it's hard to believe anyone's a good person these days. What does your gut tell you? That he's suspicious? That he's good? That he's good. He's definitely suspicious, but I would believe he's good. I think he means well. It's rare to find someone like that. It's hard to tell. He's definitely keeping some secrets up his sleeve. Everyone has secrets, don't they? Not everyone. Well, do you think he might be able to cure my curse? Leander starts to speak, then pauses. Kodas is only a doctor. Your situation is a bit more complex and of the magical variety. Besides, getting his attention requires a miracle on its own. Even on good days, the queue for the clinic rounds the block 3 times over. That's what Min's interesting. Not very forthcoming, though. I get the feeling they could use a friend. You want to befriend them? Yes. Couldn't hurt to try, right? Unfortunately, they prefer to be alone. What makes you say that? I've known them since they arrived in Iridia. We work well together, but they've turned down every attempt I've made at friendship. Sometimes, even paying men for work can be a struggle. Is Min part of the Adderstone? No, contract only. Though they take jobs more often than some of the Adderstone do. I don't take it personally. I suggest you don't waste your energy on someone who won't respect your time. What do you know about Vare? Leander shakes his head slowly, his expression grave. He's a living example of the Cenobium's cruelty. Most days they keep him on a short leash. I'm surprised you met him. I feel bad for him. He must have deserved it. I feel bad for him. I don't like, just even based on his personality, I feel like he probably didn't deserve it. I didn't even know the Cenobium had prisoners. I feel bad for him. The Cenobium is an ode to false heroism, and unethical practices. But Ver is by no means a model citizen. He's on that leash for the good of the people. You don't want to know the rumors I've heard. Apparently, he's done some reprehensible things. But if you hate the Cenobium, do you actually believe that? To love or hate the Cenobium is one thing, but take one look at Ver in combat, and you'll know he's better off in a cage. By the way, have you kept our little secret? Our secret? He wiggles his fingers at me. Oh, he means my curse. No one knows, except you. Leander beams, his bright eyes crinkling at the corners. My heart flutters. I'm relieved to hear that. Let me know if you have some time to talk privately. I've already gathered some relevant information that you might be interested in. Really? That was fast. I live to serve. It's barely been a full day. I don't doubt that Leander is flooded with connections, but I wonder what he's been able to dig up so soon. Thank you. What kind of info? What kind of info? What kind of information? I'll share everything, but not here. There are too many prying ears. If you're not busy, we could go upstairs. It's hard for me to hide my eagerness. Or maybe it's desperation. At any new knowledge about my curse, my response comes out swiftly. I'm not busy. Leander gets to his feet, accessories jingling with each movement. After you. Only after we enter my inn room do I start to overthink the situation. The room is little more than a dark box with a bed in the middle, which I forgot to make. Well, I didn't forget. I just never expected to have guests. Yet, here I am, next to Leander, alone. Leander locks the door behind us. Peace and quiet. Except for the ongoing buzz of the bar right beneath us, and suspicious thuds from nearby rooms. Leander moves with familiarity through the space. With the flick of his fingers, the sconces light up on the wall. He makes spellwork look so effortless. Dim, amber light washes over us. He plops onto the edge of the disheveled, squeaky bed. I swift awkwardly. The chair looks far too rickety, so my only option would be to sit beside him. My heart hitches at the thought. Is something wrong? You're incredibly hot. I'm sorry. That's what's wrong. I'm just a girl. I shake my head, quickly waving my hands back and forth. No, nothing's wrong. Leander squints his eyes at me. You seem uncomfortable. A long silence later, he clicks his tongue. Shit, I'm so inconsiderate. This is your private space now, isn't it? I shouldn't be barging in here like this. No, that's not... I'm sorry, Cass. You've been through so much the past couple of days. We can talk about this tomorrow. You should rest. Bro, I want to know what you know now. Bro, tell me right now. Panic wells in my chest. After everything he's done for me, I can't shut him out. What if there is no tomorrow? Literally. When he moves to stand, I rush forward without thinking. I plant my hands firmly on his shoulders and reseat him on the bed. I'm above him now, staring down into his wide green eyes, with barely a breath of air between us. I didn't think this far ahead. I didn't think at all, because, instead, I force out the only words on my mind. Don't leave. Please. Cass. I shouldn't have used my name. This is a little weird. You're afraid. My fingers tremble. I'm about to pull away when Leander catches both my wrists in his hands. He guides my hands back to his broad shoulders, my palms resting firmly against him. I won't leave you, Cass. Bro, I shouldn't have put my name. I'm gonna cry. No, literally, tears sting in the back of my eyes. I want so badly to believe those words. Bro, why did I play this game? This character is me. I try to muster as much strength as possible so my voice isn't a croak. Do you promise? Ew, that was gross. Let me do it again. Do you promise? I promise. What am I paranoid about you being nice to me? Why is this me? I'm a little scared. I mean, I don't actually feel... Usually I would feel comforted about not being the only person. But, like, I don't feel very comforted right now. Then I'll keep being nice until you get used to it. Bro, I'm gonna cry. I won't leave you, and you won't leave me. T. You read about that. His thumbs draw circles on the inside of my wrists, grounding me. You have something I've never seen before. Your curse is strong, yet you're stronger. The way you're able to contain it. It's fascinating, and well, it's a little embarrassing. His voice lowers to a whisper. But I haven't been able to stop thinking about you. I stare at him blankly, my brain refusing to process his words. What did you say? What? Who said that? Nothing. I mean, no one. Just forget I said anything. I mean, I didn't say anything. Am I dreaming? This feels like a dream. The air is dizzling hot, and I'm trying to keep up with what's happening. But Leander continues anyway. I may be getting carried away with this. It's not every day I find something that truly challenges me. But I'll do everything on your terms, at your pace. Anything you want, Cass. My chest feels like it's about to burst. This man is going to beat death to me. Ask what he wants, touch his hands again, touch his face. Bro, touch his face! I would touch his face. Bro, wait, I'm gonna save this option so we can come back and do this too. I can't deny what I want, and it must be obvious to Leander too. But instead of having a modicum of restraint, I blurted out. I want to touch your face. How do you say that? I want to touch your face. I don't know. Oh. You're more forward than I thought. Is that okay? He slides his hands from my wrist to my palms and gently grabs them, then gently brings them down between us. It's better than okay. His lips quirk into a relieved smile. Hurry up, then. Hurry up what? Wait, what am I doing? What is he doing? What is happening? Your wish is my command. Oh, okay. He begins unwinding the bandages, stopping occasionally to glance at me. I don't take my eyes off him. When my hands are free, I start small, carefully grazing the edge of his jaw with the pads of my fingers. Bro, this is so intimate. I love this, though. I'm in love with this right now. I'm so in love with this. I feel it clench beneath my touch, as if Leander's trying his best to hold still. Emboldened, I cup his cheeks, letting the warmth spread beneath my fingertips. Well, are you enjoying yourself? My thumb rubs over the edge of the scar on his cheek, and he shudders, his earring jingling against my knuckles. That tickles. Yes, I'm enjoying myself. Maybe too much. It's like my body moves on its own, spurred by desire, nothing else. I swept my thumb down, brushing lightly over Leander's lower lip. Something flashes in his eyes, something scalding hot. He lowers his voice to a husky whisper. I can't do that, so don't expect that. What else do you want? Why is he even asking? He knows the answer. I've never touched someone like this before, and even though it makes my head spin, it's not enough. I want more. I want more too. My thoughts scatter. We're already here, alone in this dark room, on the edge of the bed. I could easily push him down onto the sheets and get on top of him, and a sharp gasp escapes me, and I quickly pull away. I can't let this get out of hand. Ooh, tea! Are you all right? I can barely hear him over my thundering heartbeat. I nod, clumsily wrapping my hands with the bandages. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, I think I'm just getting a little overwhelmed. He gives me a faint smile. That's cute. Luckily, we're already in your room. I'll get out of here and let you get some rest. I let out a breathless laugh at that. Leander rises and tugs his gloves back on. Did he take them off? Maybe he did take them off and I didn't pay attention. To unwrap my hands? ? Thanks, Leander, for everything. He gives me one last sweet smile, accompanied by a wink. Good night, Cass. Night. I would just die! I would just die! Long after he departs, I feel the warmth of his skin on mine, burning through the bandages. I'm going to have a hard time sleeping tonight. A feeling nags at the back of my drowsy mind. I'm forgetting something really important. I am? Wait. Didn't Leander say he had some information for me? Bro, I forgot. I even completely forgot. That's so funny. Oh, that's hilarious. And then I'm assuming this is just right. And then nothing happens. I just realized... Anyway, I don't know what I realized. Bro, that was so funny. Okay, I lied. We're gonna do these other options to see what they do. We're gonna ask what he wants first. I take a deep breath. Unsteady breath before I take a deep, unsteady breath before I speak. What do you want? For the briefest of moments, I see a flash of something in Leander's eyes. Something scalding hot. Too many things. But I'll start with you. He slides his hands from my wrists to my palms and gently brings them down between us. If you want me to stop, tell me. I'll tell you. He chuckles lightly, and I feel his breath brush against my cheek. I haven't been this close to someone in a long time. Slowly, begins to wind my bandages. He talks on one of my... Oh! Wait, did this happen before? He tugs one of his gloves off with his teeth, the muscles in his forearm tightening when he flexes his freed fingers. I want you to know that whenever you need a taste of normalcy, I'll always be here for you. Our eyes meet, and Leander offers his hand again. A lump forms my throat. I reach out, allowing the tips of my fingers to glide along the lines of his palm. He shudders with a nervous laugh. That tickles. I twine our fingers together and give an experimental squeeze. Nice, isn't it? Yeah. I've done this once already, but it still makes me lightheaded. I'm not sure I'll ever get used to this. And yet, I want to be even closer. We're already here, alone in this dark on the edge of the bed. Sharp gasp before she realizes everything's crazy. You can barely hear him over the thudding of my heart. Yeah, fine. Faint smile. It's cute. Luckily, we're already in your room. I'll just get out. Let up breathless laugh. Put the glove back on. Okay. So this is all the same then. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Okay. So that's all the same. Coming back here again. And then touch his hands again. I take a deep and steady breath before I speak. I can't deny what I want. This must be obvious to Leander too. Can we do it again? He chuckles lightly, and I feel his breath brush against my cheeks. I haven't been this close to someone in a long time. I was hoping you'd ask. He slides his hands from my wrist and my palm, gently brings them between us, until he slowly begins out waiting benches. Okay, so then this is pretty much the same deal. Okay. It's just the the beginning dialogue that's a little bit different. Yeah, this is the same. Leander is so fine. Ah! I wonder if I'll ever meet anybody like him in our, real life. I wonder why she freaked out. I'm very curious. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day, I guess. This is so fun. I really hope they come up with the game sometime soon, because I am so interested in what the rest of the story is about. I'm so interested in what the curse is, like how I even got cursed, what that's all about. I'd love to know what the Snowbeam's about too. But in the next one we will we will follow everyone individually, see what's up with that. Everyone that's left. And maybe, depending on how long that goes, take one of the other background routes. I'm just really curious if it has, maybe the beginning is different, but probably everything else is the same. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sleep well.